Did you hear what said?
Did you hear what said?
Did you hear what said?
And here we go. Liz,
Here we go.
what's going on?
Not much.
Yeah.
Just got done with this ab workout. You just killed us.
So I got that ab workout from this girl on Instagram, and she puts all these like workouts and stuff. This ab circuit, it kills me. So you're my second Liz of the week.
Yes, I am.
Had Lizzie, and then now I got you.
Man, that's a tough act to follow. Like, dang it.
It is.
Why does she have to be so cute? Like, that's
she
a
was so
tough
cute.
act.
I feel sorry for everybody else that comes on.
Dang it. I would be the next one.
Hell yeah. So let's see. Hold on one second. Which one is me? Go ahead. Oh, there we go.
Hello?
Perfect. All right.
We are having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we are. So, what I was gonna say. Well, let's see. If we could start off by giving a little bit of a background about you and what you do. I know you have mindful movements and you have this nutrition stuff going on. So if you give a little bit of a background about that.
Yeah, of course. Well, you said, right, you call me Liz. Some people know me as Elizabeth. That's my middle name. Everybody else, Maggie. My actual full name, Margarita Elizabeth Chavez, so Latina from Houston, Texas. I am a mom to 3 beautiful baby girls. I got into fitness about 8 years ago after having my first daughter. I was just in a really bad, like, low place in my life. New single mom, 22 years old, and really got into the whole fitness thing. Just I wanted to better myself for my daughter. Like, I knew the road I was going down wasn't a good one, and I just, I started working out. I saw what it did for my mental health, and made me more motivated to go pursue other things in life. And yeah, that was the start of just a complete change, and it's been a journey, and I'm still a constant work in progress. I've had a lot of ups and downs and started over multiple times. So anybody listening, if you fell off, it's okay. Don't be discouraged, and that's life,
Yeah. Well, that's why I love having you on. I wanted to have you on because I know you're like that. You're like, hey, like, some people, when you watch them on like social media and stuff, they're like, man, you got to get that all the time. And it's always a successful day. And, we never have any doubts in our head going into a workout. So like yesterday, whenever I posted on Instagram of me saying that I'm struggling, I don't know if you saw it, but I was just like, like today's a rough one. And it wasn't a pity party type thing, but it was just to let people know, like, this is what you're good. This is what this is real stuff. This is what you go through. It's not always sunshine and roses especially when you're doing it every single day. It gets really tiring, and some days you're literally dragging yourself. No matter how fit you look, no matter how great you look, no matter how on point you are all the time, it gets really tiring. And then, it's a mental battle all the time, but you feel great afterwards. It's just getting yourself to get there. So you've done this. So you started 8 years ago. I was going to ask you that. Yeah. So I didn't know when you started your journey.
Yeah, 8 years. I was a cheerleader in high school, so I was somewhat active, but also, high school cheerleading, we didn't really do as many. I don't want to say this by talking down. No, I'm like, is this talking down on my high school and the public school system? But, I see, we see that a lot. All these kids coming through the public school system and they're not being taught like proper form, the right way to do things. That's why you have all these people having injuries and, but I've been athletic all my life. Yeah, but your coach didn't show you proper form and had you throwing up all this crazy weight, not controlling it, not learning proper form. And now you're paying for it because you never took the time to go back and learn things properly, or people just see like all these Instagram, influencers and models, and I'm going to do this just like that. And half the time, like, again, you're not learning proper technique, proper form. You're just doing and you're jumping, you're skipping all the beginning steps. Like, it's not a sexy process, like starting from the beginning and building it up. It's not. Everybody wants that ultimate, that they want to get there quick, and they don't realize, like, again, it's a lifestyle. It's you have to, put in on the days that you don't feel good, and also realizing, well, we've discussed this too. Nutrition plays such a big role. You were feeling, bad and shitty and not wanting to do it. But I also saw that you ran and you burned like 1,200 calories or something like that. But I know, and because I know you, I know the way that you eat, and you're not eating enough. So that's where nutrition plays a key role, because food is your fuel, you guys. It's not your enemy. You need to eat if you want to see results, if you want to, really, really see a difference in your physique and in your energy levels. It's going to be your nutrition, like 30%, 70% nutrition, 30% is your exercise.
Yeah. And how long? So you're a fitness coach.
Yes.
Right. And so you started 8 years ago doing this fitness journey, and it all started with you. Walk me through that realization of when you were like what was going through your mind? What were you going through? What moved you to be like? And then why was it fitness? Why was that the answer?
I will
versus anything else.
Yeah,
right?
I will definitely have to give that credit to my friend Valerie. She owns 2 fitness studios in Pasadena. Her name's Valerie Fitness Co. If y'all hear this, y'all give her a follow. Yeah, she's super amazing. I've actually known Valerie since elementary school. So Valerie is a friend of mine that has known me like my entire life. Like, again, elementary school, I think we were like in the 1st grade. And so she knew me in a time in my life where that like wasn't a good time. Like, I was a kid, and I went through some things with my family. CPS was involved. I got taken from my home. Like, I had a really tough time as a child, and she was like one of my only friends during that time. And we kept in touch all throughout the years, and we both kind of came from very similar like backgrounds of struggling, of growing up, not having like the easiest life and going through a lot growing up. So I saw that she was giving classes, and again, it was just a friend that I had always connected to. And I'm like, man, like she seems better. Like I like that energy she's giving out. Like she's, she's happy. She's not in like that old bullshit that we were all in, So I was like, let me give it a shot. And she's my friend. Let me support her. Like, let me go to her class. And from there, it was just a snowball effect. She was like, hey, you know what? You should get certified. Like, all my routines. You're so like, I like your energy. Come give a class. So it's like, I ain't doing shit with my life. Let's go. Let's do it. But I did. I fell in love with it, and that community of, other women and helping people. Like, it's, it's different.
So do you just help out other women? Is it men?
I have had a few men approach me, which, it's hard. There's some guys that are just genuinely like want help. But what I tend to mainly train women, and guys, I tend to refer them to like other male trainers, friends of mine that I know, so I have a friend, Fit 128, that's really good. He's in Pasadena, Texas as well. So Instagram también.
He's friends with Chris. I've had
Chris Moreno train. Yes. Okay. So you see, community, we all support each other. And so that's what,
his
again,
name's,
but because
Eduardo, right? Is that?
Eduardo?
Eddie. Yeah, Eddie. Okay. Sorry.
Eddie Ayala. Yes. So
I mean, give him his government name.
Right. Oh, no, sorry.
Whatever. Sorry about that.
But yeah.
Okay, so this started back in, so Valerie.
Yes, so Valerie, I saw she had just started. Oh, so this was when she had her first location. So she was barely starting to do the training thing too. And again, she had her first location.
What year was this?
Oh my goodness, I had just had Rosalie. So 2018.
So 2018, she starts up this training.
I mean, I'm sorry, not 2018. That's 2014. I'm like, hold on, she's 8, not 4. Yeah. Sorry, my twins were born in 2018.
Yeah, good. So and so in 2014. She starts up this.
This was 2014. Yes, I want to say I was like pregnant when I saw she started it. So I was like, when I have this baby, of course it starts like everybody, like I'm gonna drop the baby weight, right? Like I'm doing this because I did it, of course, starting because I wanted to feel better about myself. I liked her energy, and also I was insecure. Like I was again in a very bad place where I was a new single mom. I was only 22 years old. Like I had this, I was very lost. I didn't have like very much confidence in myself. So it was just, me seeing that, and I was like, I want that energy. I want that. Like I want to just do something. I knew something had to change. And again, her being my friend, and I went and I tried it out, and that was it. Didn't turn back.
Yeah. So did she hang out with like the friends that you were hanging out with at the time, or was she
Valerie? No.
Was she someone was she someone that you had to like remove yourself from a situation or from people and then go hang out with her?
No, honestly, I just wasn't really talking to a lot of people at that time. Anyways, yeah.
And you just gravitated towards her.
Because again, I wanted to work out. I had known her for so long, and again, I was in such a bad hurting place, and she was someone that knew me and never judged me. Like again, she knew me so long, and even as a child, and has always been my friend. So I was like, this is somebody I know. She's not gonna judge me being at my lowest. Like I felt like that was my lowest. Not knowing that that was definitely not my lowest, right? I experienced actual low many years later.
Mm-hmm. You thought you were at your lowest at that point.
Yes.
And you had this friend who you saw was doing exercising. You saw, you gravitated towards her because she had this something that you wanted.
Yeah, that energy. Yeah,
this energy,
I'm like, damn,
this,
she's happy. She's
this happiness about her, and you wanted some
that
of
positivity, right? Like, yeah, like that. You know, that positivity. Definitely, I think I needed that.
So, see, being a single mother or going to being a single mother at 22 years old, you're just not in a good mental state, and you find this person. I think it's a lot of people when they exercise or like when they take that journey is like I found myself doing that. Like I got into a mental state of like just not who I wanted to be or just not happy, and I found what I kind of needed through exercising, and it wasn't in like the way I look, it was in what it did for me. It's what exercising does for you or training does for you. So let's see, so you've been what kind of like workouts do y'all do over at with mindful movements? What do y'all do? Like what kind of exercises and stuff?
Small group personal training. So right now I'm actually training out of another gym. It's over there off of Beltway 8. And so basically we do like strength training, we do weight training, and then I also throw in some mobility, functional training. So I really try to mix it up. I don't really like to do one style of training. I'm constantly learning new things and trying to incorporate different things so people don't get bored. But the main focus is always, I like to focus on small groups. Like I used to do the big group classes, HIIT classes, and I still do those every once in a while. And it's a lot of fun. It's not sustainable for me. Like personally, you know, a mom, 30 years old now. Like I'm not 22 anymore with all this energy to like lead all these, you know, big pumped up group classes.
Ladies.
Like, yeah. Like doing 6 classes a week, like 6 HIIT classes. What was I thinking? Like,
that's a lot.
You know,
That's
but I had the energy at the time. But, you know, things change, and I found a different style of training that I like better. So I definitely incorporate a lot more, again, functional training, strength training. I want to feel good. It's not always just about aesthetics, like, which of course it started out like a lot of people. For me too, again, I was insecure. I wanted it for aesthetic reasons, and like you said, I saw what it did for my mental state. I saw what it did for my mood. Like I was a happier person. My daughter, you know, I was a happier person towards my daughter, towards my family, towards my friends, my loved ones. And also seeing everything I learned, like I can teach them as well, because I see all the unhealthy lifestyles that they were living. So being able to help them and teach them, like, so that they can have a longer, healthier life, like that's, you know, that's the goal, to share it with everybody around you.
Right, because it's a beautiful feeling. It really is. So with your exercises, you say that you do a lot of strength training in the sense of like mobility and functional training.
Functional training. So yeah,
for people who don't know, because like I know you said that you did cheer and stuff, and then you have kids that are in high school that are being told by these coaches and stuff, like no knock, some coaches probably teach them form and do amazing jobs,
of course,
but you have these kids who don't listen. Let's just say right? So if they don't listen, and maybe some do, but just for the sake of conversation of just healthy, proper training, is that form. And not just trying to see, let me see if I could lift 300 pounds, or let me see if I could bench this much, or squat, or
there's a big difference between being like a bodybuilder and being strong. Like you see a lot of really strong people and people that can lift all this crazy weight, but they don't look super big because they strength train. Like it's a different versus, you know, training one muscle group at a time for the aesthetic reasons of like bodybuilders, you know, that want to go on stage and compete. And also that's another thing, people get discouraged and they see, you know, all these people on Instagram, oh my God, they look like this. Like, this is these people's jobs. Like they have money, they're investing in nutritionists and training 6 days a week. Like that's not sustainable for a parent working 50, 60 hours a week. Now, I'm not saying, oh, that's an excuse, don't work out. No, yes, work out. You know, wake up a little earlier, be honest with yourself, but be honest with the time that you have and what your goals are, you know, and just realize it's going to take you longer to get there than these other people, because you don't have that much time and energy to put towards that, because you do have other responsibilities. Like this is real world. It's not sustainable to work out, you know, 6 days a week and work, you know, ridiculous, and then go home and be a mom. Like something's going to give somewhere. So you cannot split yourself up into all these different things, being the perfect gym chick, the perfect mom or dad, and the perfect employee at work, and like something's gonna give somewhere. So just really kind of seeing what your priorities are and being real with yourself. You know, I feel like that's just a really big factor as well.
Yeah, my coach Roland texts me. He messages me on Instagram, and he said he sent me like this Matthew McConaughey YouTube video of like having.
Just listen to that man's voice.
Yeah. All right. So he had this. It was talking about having credits and debits in your life. Mm-hmm. And he says that balancing out the credits and the debits of your life and figuring out what's basically priority and where you want to be in the positive at with family, with, you know, God for some people,
everything
whatever it is,
yes
right?
To, you're saying no to something else. So choose wisely.
So balance it out. And I get that. But see, something about you is that I see you balance it out. I know it may not look like it, but you do take your daughter to the gym with you, and she plays around with all the other kids as well, or she'll do the workouts with you. Yeah. My boy Jay, my cousin Jay, right now he's doing the 75 hard, and he was texting me the other night. Sorry. You're good. He was texting me the other night, and he was telling me how him and his son was trying to do his stepkid, well, it's his son, was trying to do the workouts with them, and he got tired. But then he sat there and was cheering them on. And he said, dude, that helped me out so much. So it's like, yeah, although you are busy and you got a lot of stuff going on, exercising, I feel like, it's a huge priority that people should make a part of their lives. Yeah. Because it's not just about looking good. It's not. It's about like, okay, it's discipline. And that discipline carries over into with your child, with work, with being a good person. I think teach you that delayed gratification. You're not going to get everything right now. Like you want something, you work towards it. Yeah. And even though, you should never be satisfied, but you should still be happy in the moment. Like, I feel like that's another really important thing. People get so caught up in like, oh, the end goal, and if I just look like that, I'm gonna be happy. No, you're not. It's like, no, actually, no, you're gonna get there. And like, that's the thing, you're never gonna reach the goal. Like, that's the point of it. Like, you're always supposed to be trying to be better, but also be really grateful, like where you're at in your life, and you know, and your body and what it does for you. You know, if you're somebody that you have both your legs and you have both your arms, and you have, you know, we have a lot to be grateful for. And seriously, if you forget that, you know, your health is so important. And again, you get too caught up in all the things that you don't have without realizing like what's in front of you. You know, don't let it take an event or having a heart attack or a stroke or being that unhealthy and not making the changes, you know, to realize that, oh shit, it's time. I completely agree. Like, and I think, I mean, you hear those rare cases of people being completely healthy and something bad happens to them. It happens. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It happens, but like, I still don't feel like that's an excuse you should use. You can walk outside, across the street, and get hit by a car. Exactly. But But hey, I look good laying on that floor though. Right. I'm gonna look good in that coffin though. I'm gonna look fine. Straight up, I'm gonna look good as hell, bro. But seriously, like, I feel like people should prioritize it a lot. And it should be like I watched, I always talk about it, but that movie Stutz on Netflix. Right? Yes, that's his, what's his name? From Superbad. Yeah, Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill. He just has that other new movie that came out. But yes, him and his therapist. Bro, I can't wait to watch that one. Oh, have you seen it? Yes, I've seen it. It's good. It's good. It's cute. I like it. Him and Lauren London. Yeah. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is the dad. Oh, but Lauren London's in it. Hey, that's why I wanted to. Hey, Nipsey, she said it, not me, bro. No. You know, I hold it down, dude. Yeah. No, I just play. Yeah, that's my girl. So on Stutz, like right in the beginning, he talks about how like there's this man, I can't believe I'm forgetting it, but there's a pyramid to like it says all the tiers of the tiers, 3 tiers, and the first tier is yourself. Yep. Next tier is your family, and then the next tier is your body. I hope I didn't get that wrong. I don't think I did, but I want to say it's yourself, family, and body. Or it should be yourself, family, and body. Look it up, because I'm like, hold on, I don't remember. I remember the tier, I remember the pyramid. I just don't remember what he says, but
No, it definitely, it carries over into everything in your life.
Yeah.
Like your energy just shifts.
Pyramid of relationships. So
Your
yourself,
relationship with yourself.
your hierarchy on a pyramid. So picture a pyramid. There's 3 separate parts of the pyramid. The top of the pyramid should be yourself. And I say it all the time. Love yourself so that you can love someone else.
Yeah.
And I think you can gauge in a relationship with anybody, a friendship, a husband, a wife, a coworker, a boss, whatever it is. I think you can gauge it based upon how they feel about themselves and what they think about themselves. However,
Definitely. People project their insecurities on other people all the time. So if you're not happy with yourself, you expect other people to make you happy, then you get disappointed when they don't live up to your expectations of them. And that's not loving somebody, is having expectations. You love somebody because you love them wholeheartedly to be themselves.
Right.
So, and that's unfair to them. You can't even make yourself happy. How are you going to expect somebody else to do it?
Exactly. So work on it.
Yeah.
So your first, great. So first one is yourself. Second one is people. So it says grab a coffee with anyone. That's kind of cool. That's what it says right here.
Oh my God.
That's what it says right here. And then the last one is body, to exercise. Now, the cool thing about the body, whenever he mentioned it, is he says that there is an immediate 80 or 85% kick as soon as you start working out.
Those endorphins kick in.
Dude.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Man, so yesterday, like I was bummed out, and I was just in my head. I think I laid in bed all day. I was like, I'm taking the day off. Like, I don't even want to do nothing. Like, I just gonna take the day off.
That rest is essential, though.
It was essential. I even texted you. So yeah. I was just out of it. And then I took that nap, woke up around like 3, and I felt amazing. Right? Rest. Right?
Yeah.
That's why I got this bad boy right here. Seriously.
Recovery.
So, mind you, today my rest score was 50.
What?
I got 4 hours of sleep last night, dude. It was horrible night. I couldn't sleep. But anyways, but it all leads, right? It all leads to yesterday, right? So slept all day, where you wouldn't be able to sleep at night, right?
Yeah.
So rest is such a huge part of nutrition. I think people hear nutrition and they think, yeah, of course.
Rest is a part of recovery. Not so much
But isn't that kind of nutrition or no?
No, because nutrition is
it's
more
like
what you're putting. Yes, exactly. What you're putting in your body, like your food, your fuel, like whether it be supplements. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. And
I guess it depends with how you see
you
it, like how you, like whatever what you're feeding your mind, right? Like what you read, like that.
Like it's like a diet. Like that's what we talk about. Like Chris and I talk about like what a diet is. Like of course your diet is what you intake, macros, whatever, however you want to break it down. But diet can also be hanging out with the wrong crowd, or wanting to find a better friend, or wanting to talk to somebody is like, hey, I'm out of it today, and they're like, you have that diet implemented into your life, like your social life. So, but yeah, the nutrients or recovery, sleep and all of it plays such a huge part outside of working out. You know what I mean? Like, but well,
honestly, your results from working out are directly like how do I explain this? Like, you're not going to get the results you want without those other things. You know what I mean? Without the right nutrition, without the right recovery, like you're not going to get to where you want to get. Yeah. It's going to hinder you if like people think like, oh, let me just, we live in this culture, right? Like hustle hard and work hard and outwork, which, yes, work hard. You're going to go through seasons, but you're not going to be able to go hard 20% all the time. Like, that's just not, again, it's not sustainable for most normal people. Now, if you're a part of that, percentage person that just doesn't get tired ever. Yeah. But that's not for me. You know what? Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm a person that I get tired. Like, whether some people have medical issues, whatever. But you can still move. You can still be active. Like I found out, I'm in early perimenopause. Like, what 31-year-old is in early perimenopause? Like, and it affects my energy levels. It affects. I get brain fog. Like, I feel like crap sometimes. Like, there's a lot of things, physically that you go through, but you can still move. Like, that's why I'm not, if I go and for a 15-minute jog and do a little yoga stretch, you know what, that's my movement for the day. Like a lot of people see me and they're like, oh, you must eat nothing but salads and do cardio 24/7. No, I love to go and lift heavy ass weights. But you know what? Sometimes I only have the energy to do that 2 days a week. Then I have a recovery day. Then I have a yoga day. And you know what? I worked out 4 or 5 days a week, but not every workout needs to be this hardcore 100% something for the gram. Like, it don't always got to be.
Exactly.
And you know what? Also, if that's something that you like and works for you, cool.
Exactly.
But don't sit there, like don't
figure
push
out what works for you.
Yeah, you like to run, go run every day. You like to dance, go take dance. A twerk class, go Straight take a, whatever work. You like to box, go to a boxing class. Like whatever works for you.
Figure out what you like.
Yeah, definitely. There's something for everybody, I promise. But you can move. Like that's the thing. It's good for you. It's good for you. Like you can move. And if you don't want to work out, cool. But don't be complaining and don't. These are the same people like. Obviously, they're unhappy because they're there talking shit like, oh, all you do is work out. Oh, all you do all you do is go to the bar, sir. Not that I don't like to go out and have a drink every, I like to have a good time. I'm someone that likes to have a good time, but also priorities, like I know if I cannot go out and get wasted because I'm not going to get up early for my workout. So I like to plan it like, all right, if I'm going to go out this night, then I'm going to work out before I go out. So if I feel like shit the next day, but you still you make it work.
So I think what you just said is funny because it's like, for you, it's for you. Yeah. Like for me, with the workouts I'm doing and the stuff I've got lined up for the next until April, drinking and all that stuff isn't going to work for me. Just for me.
No, yeah,
right?
No, definitely. I'm taking a break from it right now,
for
right?
Sure.
Because you have to. Again, it's being real with yourself.
Example,
like this hinders my progress. Are you willing to cut it out? That's why I tell people, like, you can do it. You can get it done. You just not willing to cut out all the bullshit like that's holding you back.
So
from
be
reaching
real
your
with
goals.
yourself.
Be honest with yourself.
Be real with yourself.
Like, look at your life. Like, no, you're not reaching those goals because you don't. It's not that you don't have time. You're not willing to cut out the bullshit to be able to reach those goals because, again, you can't do everything. You can't be out till 3 a.m. and then wake up for that badass workout before work the next day and then recover. And a lot of people think like, oh, look, I went out and then I slept it off, I'm good. No, it takes a week to recover from that one night out. So when you party 3 nights a week, you're not letting your body recover properly.
Oh, no. And then you wonder why you're tired. I said that so many times. Like, it makes no sense. And then quite honestly, too, they like hearing themselves bitch. Like, I don't mean to be like that, but like they do. It's like you like hearing yourself complain. You like, and it's like you're
says the guy complaining during that
bro
hour.
Hey, but you sorry,
nah. You bitch, but you still get it done.
I did it, yeah.
But you did it. That's the point.
Shit, I did do it, yeah. I was so happy about that. I'm in this group now, and they someone said it's days like today that it's days like today that make you that bad, you know what, and it just sits in there. Like when you go on those other workout days of like, hey, I went out there when it was like 30-something degrees, raining and cold. And I know that's kind of, some people would be like, well, that's dumb, you're going to get sick. But if you do it enough and you're always out there, you get used to it. Like your body gets used to it. It is like you said, it's just all about how serious you are. You put
yourself in that uncomfortable position. That's where that growth happens.
Yeah. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, what are you trying to do? Like for me, I mean, we're gonna use me as an example here in a little bit. I'm gonna pull up some of my stuff, and then I want you to give me like some advice as to, hey, this is what I would recommend you do, or this is where you should be at. So I mean, obviously, like I don't know, just so I got some questions.
Shoot.
Yeah. So like right now, I'm training for. So like it's a perfect thing between you and I because we're two people who love to work out, who love to exercise. We have our own individual ways of being about it. We both struggle with one thing though, and that's being on the gram very often, right? We kind of have to. We kind of like to, but it's not this. Even this, you being here right now is it's not comfortable for you. Yeah. But you're doing it. Yeah. Right. For me, quite honestly, it's not that it's not comfortable for me. It's just like sometimes I'm just like I really don't even care. Like like I mean I care, but it's like I'd rather be doing maybe something else. But it's like no, I like doing this talk because other people can see that. The real behind the scenes. Yeah. So for me in my world, what I do is like, if you follow me, I run a lot. I exercise every day. I'm now starting the 75 hard, which I had to restart That's a totally different word. I'm still salty about it. I'm not gonna fucking lie.
Why? But no, you shouldn't. Don't
So
be
you
upset.
wanna know,
It doesn't matter how many times you restart.
Do you want to know why I had to restart?
Why did you have to restart?
Because I did back-to-back workouts.
What do you mean?
That's what I said. So, so my boy Chris, Moreno, right? Chris Moreno training. So Chris, I had posted, I was about to post completed day 3, right? I was working on it. I was hitting it 3 days in a row, starting it off right, waking up early, bam, bam, knocking out the workouts. But the reason why I was doing back-to-back workouts is because...
What do you mean define? What do you mean back-to-back workouts?
Like I would go straight. Remember, I told you.
And then wait 30 minutes and then work out again?
No. Back-to-back workout. Okay, right.
Oh,
okay, I get where you're at.
That's all one workout.
See?
Is that what he told you?
See? Well, kind of, yeah. Yeah. I'll read exactly what he told me. Yeah. So it's... So I'm training for an Ironman right now. I'm actually training for a marathon. Actually, I have a half marathon next weekend. Okay. And then a week or 2 weeks after that, I have a marathon in Austin. And then a week after that, or 2 weeks after that, I have a half marathon in San Antonio. Okay. And then I have a Spartan race, which I hope you can come join me. I have a Spartan. I know. That's a lot. I have a Spartan race in March, and then I have the Ironman that I'm training for. So, sorry. No, you're good. So what I'm trying to do, so back to the 75 hard, the reason why I failed. So what I'm trying to do, or what I was trying to do, is the reason why I did back-to-back workouts, which is technically one whole workout. I get it. Is that I was doing the strength training and then going to run, or doing a bike or brick, and then go to biking and then running, because you got to get used to your legs being dead and running. It's hard. It's a hard adjustment, right? Yeah. And so I was trying to incorporate that, and I was like, wow, the 75 hard would be perfect for that. Ironman is in 2-3 months from now. It's in April. If I do 75 hard, I'll probably just be getting to the end of the 75 hard, but with all the workouts, it holds me accountable, because I don't have very many friends that hold me accountable to this shit. So it's like, it holds me accountable. I stick to a diet. I'm drinking my water. Now the only thing I need to work on.
Stick to a diet though, are you eating enough calories?
That's
I know
the thing.
That's something you struggle with as well.
So you and I are about to get into that, because I'm gonna throw off some numbers to you, and then we'll kind of go into that. So on this, I had posted on, that's what I get for posting. So I posted on Instagram. I said, just completed my first workout of the day. I'm going to go hit this 5 or 9 mile run. Can't remember. And, whatever, knock out the second workout. Man, I knock it out. I'm already chugging my water. Yeah. I'm on my diet kick. Like, I'm eating good. I'm like, yeah, this feels all great. Now I just got to read. And then I get this lovely message from Chris. And I love Chris, man. He checked me. And I appreciate him doing that. It says, hey, bro, I just saw that you did the 2 workouts back to back. I feel inclined to let you know that the second workout is meant to be done at least 4 hours after the first one.
2-a-days are...
Since one of the points is for it to be inconvenient. I wouldn't say you have to start over, but that's technically part of the program. And I want you to experience what I have, and, basically what he went through and how his experience is. He says, keep killing it, man. And so I texted him. I said, dude, thank you. I didn't know it was supposed to be spaced out like that. And I didn't know. And I said, I appreciate you letting me know. Sounds like a restart to me. Because if you fail any one of these things and fail to do it, you have to start back at day 1. Technically, that's a failure. And it's a failure on my part because I didn't do my research. Yeah. And I didn't
always do your due diligence. That's also what I was going to say.
So
I know you have your questions.
I was really salty about it and hurt because of my own conviction, my own mess up. It's no one else's fault but mine. And I tell it to a lot of people that there's certain things that are come apart in your life that are going to really derail you. And you know what I mean by that. And through working out, it really does help you prepare for that in its own way, because you're putting yourself through suffering. You're making yourself get up and have to be disciplined and do these things, and life just goes on. Yeah. And it's easier said than done, but it has to get done. And that's what sucks. It just has to get done. And so I was like,
but that's also how you see it. Like, does it suck, or are you grateful? Like, man, I love my body. I'm grateful. Like, it's changing your attitude, like you said, like,
Some people
Yeah,
say, I say it sucks because some people will look at it like, wow, that sucks. You have to start over. I look at it like, thanks for telling me on day 3.
Yeah. And not on day 30.
Yeah, dude, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed. So I'm on day 3. And then so what was all poopy pants about basically was like, man, you know, do I do the 75 hard after April? Because I have nothing planned after the Ironman.
Honestly, you're going to need some recovery.
Or, well, I probably will. Or do I do the one full workout, right, in the morning, the strength training, then run, or biking and then running, or swimming and then running, and then do a 45-minute workout later on, 4 hours later, and still do the program? Which one do you want to do? And so all day I laid in bed just bitching,
thinking about
yes.
it. But you see, that's crippling to be overthinking it instead of just, you know what, giving yourself some grace. Like, all right, like imagine all the stress you would have saved yourself. You reach the same conclusion anyways, instead of in the morning just saying, fuck it. This is, you know, this is what it is. I'm gonna start over. Like, you just gotta.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
But
but it hindered you. You stayed in your head.
Here's my excuse. You want to hear my? You want to hear my?
Grace, boo.
You want to hear my bitching?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I should, because you know me. I have a hard time of giving myself grace about stuff. A lot. Yeah. I'm very hard on myself, and I expect a lot out of myself because I know I'm capable of it. And you know me, man. If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. Like even if I'm like not in it, I'm gonna do it. So.
But also do stuff with intention. Like, don't just do. A lot of people also just do shit. Like, also be intentional with what you're doing and be real. Again, like, be real with looking at like, damn, okay, like I got a really shitty workout because I was exhausted because I haven't been sleeping good. You know what? I'm gonna take tomorrow, have it be an active, you know, recovery rest day. I'm gonna make sure I at least get my 8 hours of sleep. I'm gonna wake up and eat something good. Wait an hour or two, and then go and try this again. Like,
yeah, I love that. It's
so
absolutely
again, it's
right.
Really,
because I was considering that yesterday.
Yeah, and honestly, not every day is gonna be a good workout. Like you're like, and there's like a rule of thirds, right? Like a third of the time you're gonna go in and you're gonna fucking have a badass workout and just kill it. A third of the time you're gonna have a really shitty workout, and a third of the time you'll probably have like a decent workout. But it's gonna depend on how much rest you've had, what you had to eat that day, if you're stressed out, if you got stuff on your mind. Like there's so many other factors. If your hormones are out of whack, like again, as we get a little bit older, different things start affecting our body differently. And you know, it's good to be honest, also realizing like, okay, maybe it's something that I'm eating that's making me feel like this. Like also taking a good look at what you're intaking. Like, you know, if you're someone that, you know, really struggles and, you know, with your weight, or whether it be gaining or losing, or whether it be, you know, a lot of people don't realize your nutrition has a big factor on like your skin, even the, you know, the texture of your skin, and making you feel sluggish. Like it really depends, and it takes you looking at what you're eating, because what triggers somebody else isn't going to trigger you, and vice versa. Like everybody's different. So I think that's one thing also to remember is don't sit there. A lot of people are like, oh, if I do her workouts and eat exactly what she eats, I'm gonna look like her. Like, no, sweetheart. Like you actually.
I mean, maybe. If you're coming,
it
no,
depends.
Really.
Yeah, it really depends.
Yeah.
Like if you're somebody like me, like yes, I'm always having that goal of putting on muscle, this and that. But I don't stress myself out about it anymore. Like I used to like force feed myself, and I'm just naturally not someone. I don't like to eat like that like all day long. And I was like in my mind, the more calories the better, versus eating nutritious foods that actually nourished me and made me feel good and gave me that energy. Like I just thought like, okay, all calories are good calories. It don't matter. I need to bulk. I need to gain weight. And because I had this pressure I was looking on, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like again, this is my mind back then. I've come a long way since. Thank God. I don't do that to myself anymore. And again, now I'm just moving just to feel good. For you. And, you know, of course I have my goals. Of course, you know, I go in and lift, but I know that I'm going to get there eventually. Like I've gotten there before. I had, you know, a couple of setbacks, and you just restart again. Like that's also life. You're going to go through different things, you know, breakups, relationships, physical things. If you break a bone, if you know, lose a family member, like you're going to go through times in your life where you're not going to be able to give it your all, you know, like you go through seasons in your life. So I think that's really important too, just to not be discouraged when you're, you know, in a season. There's seasons of growth, there's seasons of work, there's seasons of rest. Like that's really important too. And there's sometimes like there's inner work to be done. You know, you can't sit there and put all this energy into physical work when you haven't done the inner work either. Boy. You know, that's where your energy should be.
And no matter how much outer work you put in, your inner work. Yeah, you're saying like your inner spirit, working on yourself. Your insecurities and all that stuff.
You gotta do the work.
It means more. I'd say honestly, it means more. Start there.
Yeah.
And that it kind of starts with like being real with yourself. You know, like that's what bothered me. It was messing with my spirit. Like, and I love Chris, man, and how he checked me, because it's like, well, I was given an option. Post again on Instagram, you know, like, because I like posting to it. So completed day 3 and continue on the whole entire 75 days. I'm telling you right now, those 2 days, 3 days, it would have bothered the shit out of me. It would have messed with my spirit. You know what I'm saying? It would have messed with my inner, my own inner ego. It would have messed with me. Not that I have an ego.
Those were your practice sets. Your practice days leading.
Dude, I was so pissed off. I'm like, I'm obviously.
Those are warm up days leading up to the 65 hard.
I'm still hurt. Like, honestly, dude, I'm like, should be on day 4. Nah. Like, but what I thought about it is like, you know what? That's good. And the fact that day 1, I still got up. I still did it all. I ate the way I was supposed to. I did everything perfect to the book. That's a solid foundation for day 1, because that's everything that's about to be about the 75 hard. Is all of that. So it's like,
and also
good.
Be careful when that, that motivation.
Oh, it's going to sit in.
Yeah.
No, I don't even want the motivation. I like yesterday. That's what I love.
Discipline.
Yesterday wasn't even motivation. Yesterday was just straight discipline. But the thing is like, it's not like I just started this. No, like I've been running 50-mile weeks since Thanksgiving.
I remember our first run, and you struggled with 3 miles. I'm really proud of you. Yes, I remember. That was dying. How many months ago was that now? Oh my goodness. It's been a long time, because you're now running how much?
A lot.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go into yesterday.
Yeah.
So let's go into yesterday. Yesterday I ran. Oh, snap. Let's do today. Okay. All right. You ready for today?
Let's do it.
Give me some recommendations.
Okay.
So today, day's not even over yet, but today I've burnt 1,829 calories. I've exercised for 136 minutes. I've gone a distance of 10 miles, and I've had 18,000 steps. That's just today.
Yeah, that's
so
a lot of
what would be your
calories.
recommendation? Because I've only ate today a steak, rice, and zucchini, and
all that was in
onions, 1 meal. I haven't ate yet since.
Cedric,
and
you
it's
need
7.
to be no, sir. Especially with that.
By the way, I'm not catching myself on camera right now, failing my freaking day 2 of 75 hard, because I'm about to go eat my stuff after this.
Yeah.
Okay, I should be eating
honestly,
right now.
A few things that help, and again, this is what I'm talking about. Like and for the people that want to do it, like, yes, if you're training for something or whatever, you have goals, like, go for it. Like, you're in that, you're able to, you have the energy, you want to do it. Yes, go. Like, that's amazing. But you need to be
honestly, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, but you need to be honest with yourself. Yeah. That's not sustainable. Losing that many calories and not eating enough to maintain like what you're burning off, your body's gonna give out on you. Like, you can have all the discipline in the world in your mind, but your body's gonna say nope, we're done. Like, it's gonna come to that point if you don't up it. So a few easy ways to do that. Download the MyFitnessPal app. It's a free app. It's like, I want to say it's like Under Armour or something. So they have like the paid version, but the free one works perfectly fine. And because if you're someone from the beginning that doesn't know how to track, because honestly, who wants to track calories? Like, that's tough. That's not easy. But you need to do that because of what you're doing and what you're training for. It's necessary. It's essential. Like, that's why, you should get, like, honestly, I would even recommend getting with a nutritionist, because you have a lot of things that you don't like to eat. So you need to figure out foods to replace those vitamins and things that your body needs,
So you want me to tell you what I have been eating?
What have
I've been eating rice.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what I'll tell you. This is my day. This is what I eat.
All right.
I wake up. I'll go run. I'll do my workout in the morning, right? Afterwards, I'll have a bowl of oatmeal. I'll have a banana. And then I'll make my bag.
But you didn't have your oatmeal today, did you?
No.
Yeah.
I forget what time. What time did I wake up today? I don't know. Today's been a blur. Today's Friday?
Yeah, it is Friday. Yeah.
Anyways.
What day is it?
I'm lost. Last week it was Friday, and I thought it was Tuesday, so it's probably because I'm not eating enough.
Yeah. Your brain function, that has to do with it too. Like, your body's not getting what it needs to function at where you need it to function at, to function properly, to have that energy.
So after that, I'll have with my breakfast, I'll have blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, like a bowl of it. And then I'll do a half cup of raisins. I make my own bag. Half cup of raisins, a half cup of almonds, and then a half cup of cashews.
Okay.
All of it's anti-inflammatory. Raisins are my carbs, and then cashews.
So is the oats.
Yeah, exactly.
Oats are really good carbs too. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm about to start drinking 2 raw eggs in the morning too. That's protein right there. And then for lunch, I do my meal preps, right? So I'll do my it's like 260 grams of white rice, 5.5 grams of bison, and then I forget how many of green beans. I'll just do green beans, and that's for lunch, like and a serving of green beans. So that's lunch, probably like a cup. It's probably like a cup and a half, maybe, honestly, because I love my green beans. By the way, I think I said it to you the other day. Green beans are an antidepressant. They're an anti-inflammatory. They're good for skin care, skin health, and hair. And they're a good they're good for your heart.
Cardiovascular, yeah.
There you go. Thank you for saving me.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Thanks. But yeah.
That's good.
Green beans.
I knew a few of those things. I didn't know all of them. So good to know. I learned something new every day. I'm always a student. So I don't pretend to be an absolute expert on everything, because I'm definitely not. Again, always learning. Everything I know, though, is just through experience of myself and also training other women, being in groups of other women.
Yeah.
So,
which I think is nice. I think women need that.
And not just women, but also talking to, I have a lot of male friends that are trainers too, and that I go and take their classes. Like I do boxing with my friend Manny, who, if you're listening, please go support him. He is God's Warrior on Instagram. I know I'm shouting out all my people, but he's actually leaving for The Ultimate Fighter, and he's going to be on ESPN. So guys, in a couple of weeks, look out for that, and go support.
Oh yeah, that's a huge achievement, dude.
It really is.
Their training is something else. How's his nutrition?
Oh, on point. Well, again, but he has the same issue. He's able to eat because he burns off a lot of calories because he's constantly working out, and he's, when he's training, he's in peak shape he was ready to go. I mean, you have to be when you live that lifestyle.
I saw him on your Instagram. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's in crazy shape. Yeah,
damn.
He does a lot of training, but again, he's been doing this all his life, so he's learned what works for him.
There you go.
He stays consistent. Like, that's also one of the biggest things is consistency. Like, that is so much more important. A lot of people they go hard and they diet and they don't, for like 3 months, and then they get to their goal and then they completely stop, and then you gain it all back. Like, instead of going slow but steady wins the race. Like, all those little phrases and stuff that they throw out there, it's not just for nothing. Like,
got it tatted on me.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I got the rabbit and the turtle.
Oh my God, I did not know
That's
that.
the whole point of it.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
The artist, she added like a flower, and she added some bubbles. No, seriously, she added a flower and some bubbles.
That is so cool.
The reason why she was like, "You want me to add that?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, why not?" And I like it because it's kind of like, it reminds me like to chill, relax, take things slow, enjoy life, My boy Jay asked me the other day. He was like, he's like, "How was your marathon?" I was like, "Bro, it was great. Whatever." Like, what was your favorite part? I was like, I didn't really care for the marathon. What was it that I loved which I didn't love before, was the journey to it. Yeah. That's the training and the getting ready for it. The marathon day was like, I got through it, whatever. But like,
it's in the journey. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like the leading up to it. I was like, man, that's fun.
Yeah. There's a phrase right there, like the man that. What is it?
Forget.
The man that walks. Hold on. You know what I'm getting at, right? Because you're giving me that look. Yeah. The man that likes to walk will go farther than the man who wants to get to the destination. Something along those lines, but basically, and it's true. Like if you just like the journey. That's why I say it's a lifestyle, because you never get to your goal. Like, you get to that goal and then you have a new goal, and that is the point. To always be progressing and figure out your weak points and work on those,
Yeah, that's why when I buy people gifts, I give them a real shitty one. So I start the goal post real small, and that way I can move it further later on. It's real easy. Right?
Yeah.
No?
Sure.
Valentine's is coming around the corner, fellas.
God.
If it's your first Valentine's Day gift, Give him a real
low expectations.
One small teddy
No.
bear. One small teddy bear.
You can't set the bar too high the first time around.
You
That's
can't.
What it is.
You can't. You're gonna go buy her a ring or a
God.
necklace, and it's like, well, now you gotta top that next year because if you don't, your love just got devalued like tremendously.
No.
Start small. Not much expectations expected next year. So whatever you do next year is gonna be better.
Because if she has expectations like that, you probably shouldn't be with her.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, back to my horrible nutrition. Well, before that, I think you're right. Is that a lot of people hop into this thing of like, that's why I can't stand social media, but I love it. I love social media. I love it for when you use it for the real shit. Like when you use social media for being real, like it's not easy.
No, I have a lot of respect for these people, these influencers that takes over your whole life.
Yeah.
Like you got to
be
worried about posting constantly. And like it really is a full-time job. I do have a lot of respect because I know it's work.
It's hard.
I know it's work and it's hard. It's just not something that I feel like I want to put so much energy into. Like there's just a lot of other things that are taking priority for me, you know? So I dealt with that for a long time. Like I'm failing and I'm not showing up because I'm not doing this and that. And I'm like, you know what? That other person's way of doing things is not my way of doing things. Like I needed to find what worked for me. Yeah. And that's what it was. I was comparing myself to all these like, you know, social media trainers with like tens of thousands of followers and
but why do you want to do what everybody else is doing?
But it's also unfair. No, definitely. And also I'm like, man, I don't know what they took to get to this point and what they had to give up and what they had to invest. So that's not fair. These people have maybe been building up their social media platform for 10 years.
Straight up.
And I don't even post. Like, how am I going to be mad for not getting results of the work I didn't put in? Like, but that's why I'm like, you know, but I'm okay with that because I'm like, that's not what's going to fulfill me. Like, I don't feel fulfilled by having tens of thousands of followers. Like, that's not what's making me happy, you know.
I agree. It's to what teach his own.
Yeah.
Teach on their own. But yeah, I like posting. I like social media. I just like hate that when people see these influencers or these like things that they want instant gratification and they don't understand like, dude, it takes a long time. Like for me, actually,
it takes
for me,
years.
I wouldn't say. I think for me, it took me so many. It took me years to get to the point to where I'm at because like I remember I wanted to run a marathon and then I signed up for it.
Constant work in progress. That's also thing a lot of people get confused, you know, because they think like, I don't know, again, they get there and it's gonna be great and I'm gonna be super happy.
That's never what you think it is.
No,
that's never what you think it is. It's not. Like that's what I love about this. What your idea of what you think is on the other side is not what it is.
And also, is it even your idea or is it what's been ingrained in you because you're spending all these hours scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, not knowing? If you have not seen it, there is a Netflix documentary and I want to say it's called The Social Experiment. And basically they explain and break down how, you know, all these large companies and corporations, how they use like Google ads and everything to target you, and they will literally go and put information on your feed that's stuff that you agree with. So if you're like, you'll be thinking like, oh yeah, everybody agrees with me, so everybody's doing this, so I have to do that too. But it's really like that's the way these algorithms are set up to keep you scrolling so that these companies can keep paying them for all the ads that are popping up, and they're and like you're falling into it. You're letting them have that control. Like it can be depressing and you're trying to keep up and everything's so fast paced and you don't take a minute to just sit back and like listen to yourself and listen to your heart. Like, what do you want? What's important to you?
I agree with that. And these algorithms, if you start clicking on stuff and it's like real depressing shit, nothing but depressing stuff is going to come up. I don't have TikTok, but I know how.
And I know everybody's like, oh, you need to get it. And I'm just like, honestly,
fuck that.
I haven't even gotten on my Facebook in
I just canceled
months.
my YouTube TV.
I haven't gotten on.
I canceled all my TV shit right now.
Yeah,
I don't
a lot of
watch
people.
It. I want to read books. I want to.
You know, honestly, I have not had cable for like 7 years. Like, and I really try to limit.
Nothing good on.
Huh?
There ain't nothing good on.
There's not. I mean, SVU. I'm gonna just go to my mom's house and watch it with her. That's probably the only thing I would want to watch on TV. Cause
hey, you better pay that subscription.
Right? I'm not.
I'm coming over on Tuesday.
I'm coming over.
Want me to keep coming over? Yeah. Pay that subscription. No, I agree with that. You got to watch out what you what you're watching, man, or what's going on, because it ain't always what you think it is. It's like, that's why, like, when people say, like, man, you go run out in the cold, or you go do this, bro, just go do it. Go try it one time. Like, there want to be, like, you ain't got to go out there, like, you know, with just, like, because I've been trying to get used to like, just wearing just a shirt and maybe some shorts to go run out in this cold ass weather.
Yeah.
But the other day I was like, no, you know what? Today I'm like comfortable running. I'm gonna put a beanie on. I'm gonna put some gloves on. Be smart about it. Don't want to get sick. I want to keep this going. Threw a jacket on. But like, go try it. Go try it. If you're like scared of running, go try it. Just try it. Just try it like a little bit. What's on the running
club? They got to.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't see. I haven't even joined a running club yet. But like, but it's just like, but yeah, go join something. Go like you said, like boxing or something. Like, figure something out. Like, what you're scared of, what's on the other side, isn't what you always think it is. No, especially if you've never been there before. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ask a lot of people, like, hey, what do you think about that? And 9 times out of 10, they ain't never done the shit before. Ever. And they're going to give you their opinion about some shit that they saw or something that they watched. And they're going to project it on you. Or they're going to naturally project whatever they think that they can or can't do. Yeah. And it's like, I can't stand it, because I'm starting to learn that. I'm starting to learn, like,
yeah, you gotta be careful
why can't
about who
I
you give your energy to?
Yeah, like, why can't I? Yeah, it sounds a lot like running a half marathon and then a marathon like 2 weeks apart and shit. And it sounds hard. Yeah. But honestly, you build your body up to the endurance of it. And if I properly eat correctly and sleep correctly, who says I can't? Like, why can't you?
Why not?
If that's your lifestyle, if that's the lifestyle you want to live, and quite frankly, that's the lifestyle I want to do, right? But then it's like, well.
Yeah, this is the time to do it. You're a single guy. Oh, but I mean, when I say single guy, you don't have kids, like those types of responsibilities yet. Like, this is the time to do things like this, when you have the time to dedicate to, like, again, these are things on your bucket list, right? Things you say you want to accomplish in your life, and this is the time to do it. Like, I hear a lot of people are like, oh, you're young, and people, like, they give this horrible advice to young people, like, oh, you know, YOLO, and you're young, this is the time to just fuck up. Like, man, why did I listen to that? Like, when you're young, that's when you have the most energy. That's when you should be, like, really in your grind and learning. And, like, we should be encouraging them to use that energy for good things versus, like, oh, F it. Like, but it also comes down to being mature enough to realize that you can love somebody and love them from afar. Like, you got to just let them do their thing and not have that direct influence. Like, whether it be your mother, your brother, your best friend, like, sometimes, you know, you have to realize you have to make that choice and do what's best for yourself and come back for them later. Like, take care of you first. Like, you know, you get on an airplane, they tell you to put your mask on before you put on other people's. Like, do the work yourself. Like, again, it's not saying, like, you can love them from afar, and I'm not criticizing. Like, it's just that I can't be around that atmosphere because I'm still working on myself, and I don't want to be influenced by that. Like, and especially when you're around people you love, it's very easy to let them influence your decisions. And you know, sometimes you just need that space, again, to sit down and hear yourself and not have the voices of everybody, you know, feeding you what they think and what they want you to do, you know? Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's hard because then you go around them and then they do all this other stuff. And it's just like, you got to remove yourself from that situation. Yeah. Like, even if it is family, who cares? That's why I don't care. Like, I hate to say it like that. I don't mean it like that. But it's just like, quite honestly, I'm on a mission.
Yeah, it's not like that. You still love them. You want the best for them.
Yeah.
And when you're ready to better yourself, I'm going to be right here with open arms. Like, let's go.
Come join me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mom asked me that today. She was asking me some stuff like that. Like, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. But, like,
we'll have to save that for part 2, right?
Straight up.
we need a whole other episode to cover, like, family dynamics.
Man, let me tell you. You already know.
Yeah.
You already know. But hell yeah. So, okay, so let's get back to my nutrition.
Yes.
Let's get back on track.
Right.
So, with the nutrition, so you suggested to download the MyFitnessPal app.
Yes, MyFitnessPal.
It's Under Armour.
Yeah, a few actionable things for you to do. Honestly, number one is you have to really know what your intake is. Like, it's like anything. And again, that's why we say having that, you know, that discipline and stuff that you have in fitness, you use that in every area of your life. And whether it be, you know, with your relationship with money, with food, with your body, like, you have to be realistic and look at the numbers. All right, what am I intaking? What exactly am I eating? all right. And again, this is the boring part. This is the part that sucks. This is the part that people struggle with and lack the most. So you have to, you put in everything. It tracks your calories for you. And then after you have those couple of weeks and months of being disciplined with that, and yeah, it's shitty, but you start to learn, like, and you don't always have to do that. Like, a lot of people, they see like, oh, that's too much work, and they give up. But like, push through, because then now again, I've learned like pretty much what my portions should look like. But it's just experience. It's seeing it. It's making the foods and seeing the portions. And then after that, you don't have to keep up with the app. You don't have to keep up. Or when you're not training anymore, you're in off season, but by then you've already learned what foods make you feel good, what foods make you feel like shit, what to stay away from, what your portions about should be. And it's going to change. Like, if your activity gets lower, you're not going to need nearly as many calories, you know? So it's really just important to listen to your body. Like, I stopped. I hated it. I hated waking up and force feeding myself. Like, if I'm not, I eat when I'm hungry, and I at least try to make sure. But again, if you're up early and you're active, you're going to get hungry. So
hell yeah.
Like, you have to move.
Which I'm happy about.
Some people are like, oh, I don't eat till, I don't know when, till 1. Yeah, but you're sleeping in till 11 o'clock. That's why you're not eating until 1. Like, dude, look at what you're doing. Like, again,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So some nutrition things. So the MyFitnessPal, keep track of your calories. It's all about your goal. You got to figure it out. Just figure out what foods are good for you, what foods are not. For instance, I'm just going to throw this out there. I can eat raisins. I can. My mom, diabetic. She can't eat no raisins, because raisins for her shoots her blood sugar, or her blood, whatever. I think it's blood sugar. I think she said real high. The carbs for her are horrible.
But
for
if
me,
she were to really take care of herself, she could eat a few raisins, because
hey,
she would
Mom,
be able to.
She said it.
I'm just saying.
Not
I'm
me.
just saying, you can eat the stuff, everything in moderation. Like,
I agree.
She
needs to hear it.
Yeah.
No, she needs to hear it. She
my
can't
mom
stand.
too. It's a constant fight with our parents, right?
Dude,
like, wanting the best for them.
Man, I be trying to tell my parents, y'all need to eat right. Yeah, I know. Don't tell me I know. Do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yes. Like, disgusting. I hate it.
know.
It's like chalk, like nails on a chalkboard. Like, bro.
But also then that's you realizing you can't do that for them. You have to set the example. Like, it's easy for us to sit there and like, you should do this and you should do that.
I'll never
they
try
have
to tell
want
them.
it.
I'll never tell them like that, because
Yeah.
I've already learned, like, telling people what to do
Doesn't work,
don't
right?
ever work
People
out.
are just like,
People
no.
are gonna do whatever the hell they want to
Yeah.
do. Bottom line, they're gonna make excuses up all the time about whether they should or shouldn't do it. They're just gonna do what they want to do.
You're gonna make excuses, or you're gonna make time. Like,
are you gonna make time?
and
you're gonna do it. Yeah, and I like to do it. That's just fun. It feels so good. It gets addicting. It's kind of like getting like a snowball effect going.
Yeah.
It's hard at first, and it takes a lot to get to that big part. But once it's going, it's going.
It's going. Yeah.
And
you get addicted to that feeling, that high of just like, and of just feeling good. Like, you just want to feel good. Anything that helps you feel better, especially in a world right now where everybody's just, you get so beat down about everything. And, there's a lot of ugly in this world, and there's a lot of, issues. And I guess people, you're seeing it more, of course, now, people starting to realize, mental health. And, I think it started with the pandemic, right? Everybody going into depressions. It's more of a conversation now, where before, like, I was raised in a Latino household. Like, we Mexican, like, mental health, what is that? Like, we all needed therapy, and none of us got it when we needed it, So, yeah, definitely.
Seriously.
It was definitely a way to, start the process of, like, it started physically, and the mental thing came later. And I really wish I would have, like, done the mental work earlier on and known how important that was.
Yeah.
But, I'm here now, and it's been a roller coaster of, things to get me here. But just know whatever shit you're going through, like, don't beat yourself up about it. You fell off working out for a year. Cool. Guess what? Tomorrow's a new day. You wake up and go do it again. I think a lot of people get discouraged if they cannot go work out 6 days a week. Oh, I'm just not going to do anything. No, if all you can do is 30 minutes, 2 days a week, start with that. If all you can do is walk, start with that.
If all you can do is crawl, do that.
Crawl.
If you're in a wheelchair, go roll, baby. No, dead.
They have,
go
people
do
in
it.
wheelchairs, I'm sure, do physical therapy and
Straight
things
up.
like that. Yeah.
I've been seeing them do like push-ups and shit on
yeah.
Instagram, and I'm
definitely.
like,
That's what I'm like. There's no excuse. Exactly.
Get it, dog?
You see all these people that are missing.
there's a dude that has no legs, and he's like
strong as
have
shit.
you seen him?
No,
His whole bottom.
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, but no, it's this guy. His whole bottom half is gone, and he's just like chopping on a track and like just doing these push-ups. I'm like, get it, dude. Like, that's crazy.
It's true what they say, the body can achieve what the mind believes, but again, it's not gonna be a direct line from here to here. Like, oh, here's the progress, and like it's not not linear, right?
It's not linear. I think linear. It is a lot of roller coasters, dude. It is a lot of up and down. More downs, it feels like, than ups. No, it's dead ass. Like
one step forward, 2 steps back, kind of a thing.
For real.
But as long as you're going forward.
Yeah. No, dead ass. As long as you're moving the needle forward, you're doing good. I can't stand it. Like, I deal with a lot. I know you do too. We talk about mental health all the time, right? I deal with a lot every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't wake up feeling anxiety, that I don't feel depressed in its own sense. I don't feel upset, that I'm not overthinking about something, that I don't think about another conversation I just had with somebody or I had last week or last year or how this relationship went or what I said to my teacher in 3rd grade. Am I going to get caught for stealing that pencil and when I offered desk? I don't know. But like, not really. But no, serious life stuff though. Like, man, do I have to worry about how's this relationship going? Do I need to worry about how am I going to eat or what am I going to do today? Like, you're stressing. I stress immediately as soon as I wake up. I deal with it. It's so hard. I'm carrying an anchor around me every day I wake up. Every day. And that's why I go exercise.
Yeah, you gotta burn it off.
It helps relieve that. And I'm starting to like this whole exercising in the evening stuff or like later, like mid to late afternoon, because whatever stress I built up throughout the day, now through yoga or through ab workout, whatever I do at the end of the day, is now going to be burnt off before I go to bed. So I'm actually double relieving stress in the morning and stress in the evening.
This is a perfect example though, because some people like to do it in the morning because it gives them energy to start their day, and by the end of the day they're burnt out. So that's like, I like that you said that because I'm someone, I prefer to work out mornings, but it's just because I like to start my day. That's when I have the most energy. By the time I get home, I'm burnt out. But everybody's different. You have to find what works for you, and then in that moment, because things change all the time, whether you switch to a different job or you have different arrangements for your kids or whatever, you have to learn to adapt and change. It's not always going to work out perfectly. So you have to, I think, really learn to be flexible and adapt whenever you need to.
Yeah.
I think that's super important.
Don't make excuses.
Exactly.
I add that to it. Hey, figure out, adapt it, but don't make no excuse. And they're easy to make. I forget, my coach used to tell me excuses are like buttholes. Everybody's got one.
Oh God!
I know that's horrible. I may edit that out later. I was in 8th grade and he was telling me that.
Just put it in.
Yeah, I was in 8th grade and he was telling me that. So I'm not gonna say his
horrible.
Name. I had lots, but
honestly, we had some very inappropriate middle school teachers. It happens.
I know he was a military. He was ex-military, so it's like, that's what they talk about. But I agree that, like, I mean, I know you sit here and you have, I don't know, your story for me, like, I know the back end on it, but like your story for me is it's always so inspiring for me, because like even today I go to the barber shop and I was getting my hair cut and I was like, I'm gonna take this from Andy Frisella because I heard it on his podcast. But he was like, "You see my haircut?" He's like, "Yeah, it looks good." Like the guy was like, "Yeah, it looks good, bro." He was like, "Yeah, this is my go to fucking war haircut." Okay. He's like, "I'm going to war with myself." And I was like, you know what? I don't have time to wake up and worry about my hair. So I went today and I was like, dude, hook me up, dog. Buzz that shit, because I'm like, I want to wake up and just go. I already battle enough shit, let alone having to worry about. I usually always wear a hat most of the times, but that's because I just don't have shit to worry about. I just want to just go and get it done. But anyway, so I was telling him how I was like all poopy pants yesterday about like just dragging my ass everywhere. I don't know if you saw the streaks in the fucking house, but like, no, I'm just kidding. I did not see that. Yeah. But I was just like dragging my ass all day, and I was like, I got it done. I was telling him how like down and out I was, and he was just like, bro, and he told me his story, and he's battling this, like, he's got a lot of shit going on where he's got a lot going on, and he told me his day, and he was like, so what I want you to know is at the end of his, what he was telling me is that, what he was telling me was like, don't ever be sorry about or feel sorry for yourself about what's going on. And I was like, yeah, I get that, but I trust you, and I feel like sometimes we all need to get it out to somebody that we trust. Definitely. And I need to vent. Yeah. So it's not that I'm like bitching and complaining. It's just that I trust you, and I want to let you know. And then, but also in return, I appreciate you telling me that and checking me like, hey, you know, get yourself up. Yeah. A lot of people are going through a lot of hard shit, even tougher shit. Yeah. But still push through. Yeah. And I appreciate him telling me that. And so whenever we left, you know, like, you know, love you, bro, like whatever, can I see you? Thank you. Right. He was like, thanks for today. You said a lot of stuff that's going to sit with me moving forward throughout the week. And I said, you too. Like when I'm going down, if I'm down about my day, I'm gonna think about what you had to go through and think like, okay, things could be much more difficult in my life. Like you said, if you got legs, if you got this, if you got that, like there's no excuse as to why you're not doing some form of physical exercise, even if it is just running with your children. Yeah. There's no reason. There's just none. And your kid's going to love it. Yeah. Or if you have dogs, most people have dogs or cats. Go. Well, I don't know about cats, man. Like, but they scare me.
Don't fuck with you.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Go do something, because there's people out here that wish they could and they don't. Exactly. But
you have what somebody else has been praying for, and also sometimes we get somewhere that we're so focused on where we want to be at that we forget to turn around like, damn, look at all the progress that I've made though. Like, and instead of being grateful and thanking our body, or just like, damn, but I want to look like that. So you talk down on yourself, and that's you give yourself, like, you're giving yourself that bad energy by hating yourself. Like, and you know, our words are so powerful. Like I see this a lot, like again with a couple of family members, and I had to, you know, bring it up, like, you know, for example, like I'm like, Mom, be careful of how you talk, because I overheard my little sister, and she's like 10 years old, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so fat and this and that. I'm like, girl, you're 10, like you're perfect. Like, what do you mean? Like and she's not. So I was just, I'm like, it's because she hears. So I had to, you know, have that talk with my mom. And Mom, if you're listening, sorry for throwing your business out there. Cool. But I just feel like it's
cool
very, I just feel like that's important to realize, like your kids are watching you all the time. Yes. And they're seeing that. So when you're constantly, and a lot of people, we do it like, you know, I see a lot of people do it jokingly, like, oh yeah, like they want to, like, I'm a fucking fat ass, or I'm this, or I'm that. Oh, I'm so stupid. Like, don't talk about yourself.
Or I'm a dumb bitch. People say like, or I'm just a God. I'm such. It's like, stop saying that about yourself. Exactly. Stop. Like, cause you're the one holding your damn self back. Yes. You're holding yourself back. Just like how you say that your kids are listening, your subconscious is listening 10 times more. Your inner, it's listening to you. And if it hears, with your inner child. Yeah, if it hears, oh, I'm dumb, it's like, oh, he's gonna te vas a pendejar. You're gonna be dumb. Like, that's what it is. Like, I'm dumb. You're gonna be dumb. So, instead of waking up like, nah. Biblically speaking, God speaks. It says, speak things that are not as though that they are. Mm-hmm. So speak them into existence. Speak it to it. Thank you for so modern day translation. Yeah. Speak it to an existence. Have good vibes. You know what I mean? Like, but have a good spirit. Walk around with the spirit of praise. Of like, I got up today. I haven't took somebody's head off today, because all of us have a reason to. Mm-hmm. I'm still here on this earth. There's a reason why I'm here, either for myself, for someone else. Mm-hmm. Figure it out. But you have. But also, there's a fine line. Like, also there's like that toxic positivity. Like, not every day you're gonna feel good. No. So like that day that you slept it, exactly. But also be mindful. Got to be mindful. Like, you know, okay, this was a shitty day. Mm-hmm. I want to sleep and not deal with people. But tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and go do this. So give yourself that grace to have that bad day. You know what? Because I'm feeling shitty today. No, I don't want to leave the house. I'm tired. I'm gonna give myself this day. And then tomorrow wake up and guess what? Like, go back to it. A lot of people will have that one bad day and let themselves completely fall off. That's what happens. I feel that's it stunts your progress, because you give up versus like, no, okay, today was a shitty day. Yeah, I didn't make it or whatever. Tomorrow's going to be better. I feel like there's two ways to look at that. Yeah. Look at it that way, and then also look at it as like, I'm having a bad day. Yeah. Let's make today a foundational day and push through
definitely. No, if you're just having a bad day, push through. But if you're physically, like, let's just say, and I'm speaking from experience, when there was days where I emotionally was so exhausted that like physically, like I couldn't move. Like it's you're crippling. Frozen. Like you're frozen. Like whenever you're that depressed, like people, like, it's, again, that's that toxic positivity. Like, you literally physically, like, you are dragging, like it's hard, like I don't even want to survive or be alive right now, like it's I'm barely struggling, pushing through, surviving. So guess what, like today is not the day, like tomorrow's gonna be the day. Today I'm gonna sleep, give my body that rest, give my mind that rest, and tomorrow I'm gonna try it again. So it really depends on, again, your specific situation and what works for you. Like not everybody can go push themselves for that workout. They need to first put their mind in a better place and then push through the workout. So it really depends.
Versus just walking through it like I did, the motions. And by the way, I felt like shit, and I ran the fastest 9 mile I've ran ever.
Yeah, no, a lot of people.
I don't know why.
And
it's weird.
I've been the same. Like I've been like, if I'm just like a little like again, there's certain things like hell yeah, push through it, or again, just a bad workout is still better than no workout. Like I agree with all of those things, but I'm also like, again, there are circumstances, and I still don't think we should give people a hard time for needing a day off, or needing rest, or taking a mental health day and taking care of their spirit or their mind. Like sometimes self-care is reading a book or going to a therapist. Like that could be self-care too. Like it's not always just about working out. So.
Yeah, reach out to a friend.
Yeah.
Call somebody. When I texted y'all, like I was like, I'm fucking out of it. And it's like, why are you like that? Like, you got it. Keep pushing. Like, and I did, and it felt great. The mind is such a fun trick, isn't it? Isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
This life is fun. It's different. Like, I think about it every day, and I'm like, man, this life is just.
You can create. You create, but also like.
But you could also destroy.
You could. Oh, you destroy. But what I mean is like you.
There's a lot to
Don't be a victim to your circumstances. Like, yes, there are some things like between like giving yourself, like, I mean, I come back to that, right? A lot, giving yourself that grace, but to understand, like, yes, there's some things that you don't have control over, like you know what you were born into, but at a certain point, you can be like, all right, I'm gonna cut the bullshit, even though I came from something like this. Like, I want something different, so I'm gonna change my bad habits. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna look at, what where I want to be at,
Your story really inspires me at times, because I mean, like, I know, I don't know them personally, but I see and I hear and I watch on Facebook and stuff, because I'm active on social media, and I just see it. It's like, not only like these older people, like older moms and stuff, or single mothers, young mothers, and they're just like down and out about stuff, and I get it. I don't know what they go through. They have stuff. You got stuff to be down and out about. I get it. But I know people who've gone through some shit, and they push through every fucking day, and it's like, just being thankful for knowing, like, I'm thankful for knowing people like you, because it's like, goddamn, like, it's like there is no excuse. Get up and go do it, and I love that. I feed off that stuff, because I'm just like, man, like, I wouldn't know how I would, cause it's easy, like I've said, like for me it's easy to talk about, because I actually go through it, like but for what I do, I'm a single person, I go through whatever I go through, and it's for me, for a lot of people, they're like, wow, you run this, you do this, you do that, you've done this, yeah, but to me it's not shit. But I think about like life happening to you, and I'm always like, this is how I would handle it, this is how I would whatever. But it's like, yeah, motherfucker, wait till this shit happens. Wait till that shit happens to you. And then let's see if you still have that same relationship with God.
Yeah.
Let's see if you still have that same relationship with the people around you. Let's see if you still have that same go get it strong mentality.
When those things happen, you don't have the same relationship after. Like, it changes you as a person. To where you start seeing things differently. And I really think it's when you go through those hard times. It's true when you start coming, and I'm not to say that I'm like completely out of it. Like there's days that I'm just still in a really dark place, and I have really good days, and I have bad days, and I have days that start good and end bad, and start bad and end good. It really varies. But like you said, every day I get up and I just kind of try to push through and realize what I have, like that attitude of gratitude. I have 2 beautiful baby girls that need me, and I want to be a role model. Like my family, there's a lot of depression and stuff that runs in my family, and I remember what it was like growing up and seeing, my family, like, my parents and stuff, like what they went through, and seeing my mom battle depression and anxiety and stuff. And I was like, man, like, I'm going to do everything that I can to not let my girls see me like that, you know, at my lowest. And again, like, that's my goal, is to be able to, like, not, set a good example, right? And let them see, like, the strong side, but also let them see the real me. Let them see, you know, that I'm still a real person, but things get better, you know. You just got to learn how to just roll with the punches, right? And
it takes a lot of inner strength, a lot of spiritual strength, and a lot of that stuff's hard.
As shitty as it is, I feel like I was, like, built for this. It's so sad to say, but I think just things that started so young, I've just built up this, like, that scar tissue, right? Like, and it's like building muscles, right? Like, you rip it, it gets stronger, it comes back stronger. So I just feel like, you know, a lot of people don't know this. I'm more of I consider myself kind of more of a private person. So I've, you know, never talked about it, but being somebody that was, you know, grew up with a lot of physical abuse from a very young age, to having a lot of physical and mental abuse from a young age, to going through that as an older person as well, as a teenager. I feel like at every stage in my life, I endured some type of abuse. You know, there was physical, sexual abuse. There was, you know, a lot of mental abuse at different points in my life. And just, you know, looking back, that all having to go through all that and coming out stronger from that, like, and it's exhausting. Everybody's like, oh, well, you're so strong and you've always been so strong. Like, I'm tired. I'm so tired of being strong. Like, I'm tired of that. So it's taken a lot of me being like, you know, you don't have to be strong all the time. So that's what I meant. Like, when I say, like, yes, get up and push through and get a workout, but also be kind with yourself. Like, be gentle with your body and your spirit. Like, sometimes your spirit just needs that rest to be still, you know, and, you know, you're referring to the Bible, right? Be still and know, and be still, listen to your heart. You gotta,
but I'd be crashing into them waves, baby. No, I'm just like, be riding them waves. No, just playing. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think it is good to be gentle and be good to yourself. And it is hard. I'm sure I've never experienced that. I know people who have experienced some of that stuff, and like I said, I wouldn't know. And that's I don't know. I think it's just, that's why I give it a lot of credit. I think it's a good thing to not judge people.
You don't know what they've been through.
Because you don't know, you have no idea what they've been through. And it'd be easy. It's easy to poke and make an assumption. But even if you think you know somebody, quite honestly, shut the fuck up, because you still might not know anything about them. Like, you're only going to know what they allow you to know. And even then, it's not probably everything.
And also allow me to reintroduce myself. Like, I'm not the same person I was a year ago or 2 years ago or 5 years ago. Like,
I'm not the same person I was
evolving.
Like, I'm not the same person I was 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
I've changed, flipped.
And, you know, some people, they stay stuck in that rut. So when you're someone that's changing and evolving and trying to do better, and you see people that are just stuck and staying the same, like, it's hard to, you know, really connect with those people. Like, I've had to cut off, honestly, a lot of friends, people close to me, that I was just like, man, this is just toxic. Like, I love you. Again, I love you from afar. Like, I can't do this with you, because this isn't, you know, where I want to go with my life. Like, this is holding me back. I need to just let you go for now and let you have to do your own work. Like, I can't do that for you, and you're just draining my energy, and I need this for myself, right? I need this for myself, my family, my kids. You can't just be giving it out to everybody.
I think let's see, what did I post today? It was a really good post. I should remember it, but I didn't.
Shame on you.
I said, whoever is bringing out the best in you, stay connected to them.
I saw that.
That's
I like that.
Thing. Like, if they are bringing out a good side of you, then
you gotta, and like you're talking about Chris, that he's keeping you accountable. You gotta surround yourself with people that are gonna be honest with you, and people that keep you accountable, and not people that are gonna enable you to go back to your bullshit.
A bunch of yes men. Can't stand that. But then a lot lot of us, even myself, I admit it.
No, I don't but those are the first ones to go and talk about you behind your back, though, to your face, like, oh yeah, dog, do this, and then behind your back, oh yeah, he's just like this or that, or until you rub them the wrong way or do something that they don't like, all of a sudden, all those things that they were hyping you up about, they're going to be talking shit about you.
Yeah, fair weather friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair weather friends. Only whenever the weather's right do they ever like having you around. I think it's life. That's just life. Figuring all that out. Like,
no, it's staying true to yourself. Like you, again, I'm not going to pretend to come and be like my friend Valerie. Like, man, that girl, she is like that hard worker that she's at the gym like 3 a.m. And, does it like 5 o'clock. I'm there at 5 a.m. That's my morning thing. Like, because I'm someone that needs my 8 hours of sleep. Like, that girl functions off for like 4. And I'm like, how? Like, I can't. I need double that. Like, give me my 8 hours of sleep. I can't function like that. But also, again, I'm a different person. I'm my own person. My body's different. I'm what I'm going through, and not using it as an excuse, but I've now found what works for me, and I'm happy with it, and I'm happy with my body the way it is, and I'm okay. Like, if I stay this thin and this is and I'm just maintaining it, cool. If I get through, to a phase where I'm like, I'm ready to like go all in bulk later, cool. I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna listen to my body and do what it needs at the time. Like, and right now my focus is my girls and my work right now, and that's where my focus is at. Like, when I have a little more time for myself, hell yeah, I'm gonna go all in. But as of right now, I'm realistic. I only have an hour to 2, 3 days a week, maybe 4 sometimes, and that's just real because I'm intentional with my time, and I'm doing other things, and I honestly would rather be more present with my kids. That to me, that's what, if anything, that I've learned, like with this recent tragedy, like, well, not recent, right, but a couple of years ago, like, I want to say that was probably one of the major turning points in my life of where I am today. And that was, like, me realizing, like, damn, my time is valuable. Like, I get so caught up in wanting to do this, and I was beating myself up about this and that, and wanting to be everywhere and do everything for everybody. And I was a yes man. I was, oh, Maggie, you want to do this? Yeah. You want to do this? Yes. Yeah. Saying yes to everybody, because I felt like that was my value. I thought my value was being there for everybody, and I wasn't there for myself, and I wasn't there for my kids because I was so busy caught up in saying yes to everybody and being there for everybody, and I wasn't being true to who I was, so I wasn't happy.
You lost yourself.
I lost myself. Yeah, I did. I lost myself.
Yeah, that journey back is fun though.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard, but it's fun.
Yeah.
You start realizing.
But I'm really grateful where I'm at right now. Like, I'm in such a good place. Like,
can't wait to tell somebody no.
Yeah.
Hey, can you come to my birthday party?
I do it
no.
all the time. no, and if I can make it happen, of course. But
I was just
again,
kidding,
but it's like with love. Like, if I can make it, I'm gonna be there. But I'm also not gonna beat myself up and like put my kids last anymore. Like, which is, I think I did that for a while. Like, not intentionally, not like, oh, fuck my kids, I'm putting you last. But it was just more like, well, I have to do everything. So it's like, here's the iPad, distract yourself for a little bit so I can get this done. And I was like, no. I need to dedicate a specific amount of time for my kids. I have alarms like shut off your phone. My phone goes on do not disturb at a certain hour. I'm not up all night working anymore or up all night on social media. Again, they're unhappy comparing myself to other people. Like, I decided I wanted to be present, like, with my kids and in that time with them.
And you are.
Yeah.
I notice. And you are. Yeah. That's. Yeah.
We need a part 2, right?
We do. That's what it sounds
I'm getting hungry.
I'm hungry as hell too. Otherwise, I'm gonna fail. Otherwise, I'm gonna fail my. Starting to get tired. My energy.
You need to eat something. No, I mean, if there's a few takeaways, I hope anybody, if you're still here listening to the end with all everything that it dragged on, a few takeaways: just be kind to yourself, but be real with yourself. Make a plan. Be intentional with your time. And start small, start small. If you're just someone like barely starting out, go walking 30 minutes a day. Open up your pantry and start taking out all that processed food, like, and start, putting some more whole foods in there. So, yeah.
Yeah. Make some time. I like that. Start small, have consistency.
Yeah.
Know that it's one step at a time, one day at a time. Enjoy that journey.
Yeah,
because the journey is fun.
You learn yourself. You learn things about your body. Like,
figure out what's good for you. Figure out what works for you. What
makes you feel good. Like, do what makes you feel good, not what makes the person next to you happy or the other person happy. Like, I feel like that goes for anything in your life, whether it be your job, your life partner, where you're gonna live, what you're doing with your time. Like, do what makes you happy, because you're the one that's living your life. So stop living for your parents. Honestly, stop living for your kids, because your kids just want to see you happy. So they won't care. Your kids will be happy if they see you happy and healthy. That sets the perfect example. Don't you want your kids to always put themselves first? don't you want your kids to worry about themselves and make sure that they're healthy and good? Well, they're going to do as kids are going to follow what they see, right? Not what they're taught.
They're a product of their environment.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to do, so you can't sit there and tell them, oh, take care of yourself and do this, and then turn around and completely not take care of yourself, because they're going to be like, well, Mom, you don't take care of yourself. Like, why should we take care of ourselves?
Yeah. My mom used to say, I hated it. I still hate it to this day. She said, do as I say, not as I do. Boy.
I hated it too.
Throw it in the furnace and burn it. Put that fish in the fireplace.
I'll come back for part 2. We're going to talk about dysfunctional families.
About some
Come join us on set.
Yes, about some horrible family things that you got to unlearn. Right. And it takes years of unlearning. Talk about mental health and getting that stuff out, that junk out that you were taught.
Generational curses. That's, part 2 about breaking generational curses.
We'll do that. It's something to look forward to. Seriously, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for watching, and love yourself so that you can go love someone else.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I enjoyed it.